I say we're live. UFC 246 special and aptly named Granny Bassing special. Welcome back. Danny Mitchell, how's it going?
I'm all right, yeah. I went on autopilot to the gym this morning. I got right to the gym and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, because you normally come here after your sessions, don't you?
Yeah. So I was just on autopilot, but
Early
I
doors.
made it.
We'll get
I made
through
it, and we're on time as well.
Early?
Look at that.
I think we're early.
1 minute early. 1 minute early.
Brett actually commented on it saying...
Tune in at 11. I have got class at 11, so...
Make it short and sweet. Shout out to Amazing Green again for still sponsoring us and putting up with us.
Yeah, we need to get some products and get them over to John and Dean.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were asking about it.
Yeah,
so, I think they...
We'll make the connection. I need to have a meeting with Tony as well, so
yeah, cool.
it's all good. And this obviously supporting Rico, putting Rico on the bottle of the new Max Strength CBD oil, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, very good.
Rico is like a little celebrity now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing well.
King of BKB. I've told him to retire me. I said to him, like, fuck him, mate, don't worry about it, just retire. I said, go out like Khabib. I said, get your title and just leave. I said, that'll just call the right stir. He's too young, he needs to go back and smash it.
He's got his MMA fight in February, and then I think it's Sweeney, Tyler Goodjohn in April, and then Rico will be back in there May 23rd, I think. So we'll just
hopefully against Sweeney, because it's at a lower weight, isn't it? Is this fight that?
Yeah, but they're still saying like potentially the winner fights Rico.
All right,
so, but then like Tyler in his last fight, like. He always comes out of fights bashed up. Like
right.
His face always fucked. He's always that bashed up. So, more than likely it'll be the Sweeney fight. Or then there's, I think the guy who's got like the British title at Rico's weight is that Barry Jones. So that's another name that's been thrown in the mix. So, yeah.
Fair dues. I spoke to Jim Freeman on phone last week, and I get it. I said to Rico on phone as well. Like they can't. Obviously, he's got an MMA fight, and there's 6 weeks after. There's which could potentially could have been the rematch. So I sort of get what Jim's saying. Like, if Rico does get injured, you can't book out the O2 and have this main event planned, and then Rico goes and potentially could break his hand, break his foot, whatever. So I get it. I think it's a fair call. It's not one that the fans want, but it's
we say Rico's
business, isn't it?
Only had one fight where he's actually not been injured. You know?
Yeah.
It turn up. He'll be there.
Oh, yeah. Any man. No doubt. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to... I think I'm away. I'd like to come down to Rico's MMA fight. I've not seen him fight MMA.
Yeah. So it's an MMA fight then, BKB in May, and then July, Sheffield Arena, July 4th.
Yeah.
Cage Steel going back to Sheffield Arena. So probably fight MMA on that as well. So, and then maybe September, BKB again. And then maybe finish the year off MMA. So about five. Plan, obviously things don't always go to plan, but planning wise, we're looking at like 3 MMA fights, 2 BKB fights this year.
Wow.
So yeah,
Good stuff.
He's going to be a busy guy.
Well, let's get straight into this weekend's UFC. I mean, I didn't watch the whole card. I got up early doors just to watch the main event, which I might as well just stayed in bed for and watched it on a Snapchat story, to be honest. Did you get up and watch it, or did you see it after?
No, I went to bed and then I did the right thing, and I didn't even touch my phone until I'd illegally downloaded the entire main card. I mean, legally, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I watched the full main card. I watched the main event first, and then I went back and I just watched the full main card.
It's weird how these things happen, isn't it? Like, it were such a pretty amazing comeback, and I went into the gym on Monday night and I was looking over at bags and I saw Bramall just like smashing his shoulder into every bag, and I was like,
every MMA gym on Monday were doing shoulder strikes.
Well, so obviously you see the main card, it's at the main event, 40 seconds. What's your breakdown of that fight? Like, how do you feel?
You know what, it's exactly as I predicted. I said he's probably going to stop him first round and stuff. And I was quite excited to watch it, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? It was like, just like I said, I'd not checked my phone. I didn't know anything. So I thought, anything can happen. It's MMA, but it kind of went the way I thought it would. Conor comes out super sharp, super fast. Cerrone's a slow starter. He eats a lot of punches, and he tends to build into the fight. After he's been hit quite a lot. But Conor's got that explosive power early on. And, I thought that it'd kind of go the way it did. Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for Cerrone because I like him. I really like him. He's a top guy and stuff, and he deserves every penny that he fucking made out of the fight. People saying, "Oh, it's a fake. It was
how much
fake."
did he make? Does anybody know how much he makes? Somebody asked me on my page. They said, have you got a price yet? Jess said, that's your job, mate.
Yeah, I don't know, a couple of mil, I'm guessing. But yeah, I mean, he deserves it. He saved the UFC's arse a few times, jumping in last minute. And,
I mean, look at the stats. Like we said last time, I think he's fought 12 times in that last year, and Conor's only ever done 12 fights in his UFC career.
Yeah, so he's one of them guys. He'll jump in there and stuff. Yeah, he's a top guy.
Yeah,
so it's a shame that it went how it went.
He didn't even get a strike off, did he? I don't think he had one strike.
I mean, those shots, obviously they were in the clinch and he hit him with those shoulders. That dazed him straight away. Yeah. And then as soon as he got caught and he went down, he literally just shelled up.
Yeah. And I think Herb Dean gave him ample opportunity.
Yeah, when I seen Herb Dean were refereeing, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, this could go fucking wrong real fast. You know what I mean? But, yeah. I was surprised that he didn't jump in. When Conor put him down and he just got that top position and he landed a few shots, I thought Herb Dean were going to jump in.
Yeah.
Because that's what typically Herb does, you know. And then he let it go a little bit more, and then Cerrone I think he got to his knees, and then all of a sudden, he got hit again, and then it were game over and stuff. So
I mean, if we could literally break down all 40 seconds of it, he came out obviously all guns blazing through that big left hand, and if you look at this is what you've got to admire, I guess, about Conor McGregor is he's very much he broke the fight down straight away in his head, and he were like, that's a mistake. He came out so hot. If Cerrone had landed a double leg there, he could have just took him down straight away, and that's another problem for him because he obviously dropped under the shot. So he straight away analysed that and said, that would probably ring rust. I came out a bit too excited, a bit too heavy.
Overextended a little bit.
But he managed to sort of sprawl it and get back in position and then start with the shoulder strikes.
Yeah, and then it was after they broke off, it was, I think Cerrone threw a head kick, didn't he? And Conor just blocked it. Yep. And then he kind of smiled and he said afterwards, I were happy that I landed, because then he threw his own head kick, which landed, and that was sort of the beginning of the end. But he said afterwards, didn't he, that he's glad that he did it with a head kick, because that's like Cerrone's thing, He lands head kick. So he blocked Cerrone.
Cerrone's got record for most head kick knockouts.
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah, so... and how many performance bonuses? He's got 15 performance bonuses, hasn't he? Cerrone?
He's got the record for it, but... According to this, without the pay-per-view numbers, Cerrone's made $200,000 off that fight, which I know is bullshit because I've heard him talking about his contract and he's on more than that just to show. But as per official numbers, he won $200,000 to show, $200,000 to win. And I'm like, but plus he's got pay-per-view points on top of that. But
did they release them numbers?
Well, one of the fourth biggest pay-per-view ever from the UFC or something like that. That's somebody said that to me, it's that's what I got told.
Just
maybe not
on the Google.
Who knows? But if it's the fourth biggest pay-per-view, then he's gonna make a fuck ton of money.
Well, if we go by McGregor's numbers at 80 million, he made $2 million a second.
Yeah,
didn't he?
Yeah, crazy.
Mad that.
Crazy money.
I can't help but I watched it, and everyone knows I'm a bit of a fanboy of McGregor, but I wasn't that excited about the fight. I couldn't get hyped up for it. I didn't know what to expect. And I kind of wanted to see him go through a bit of a ringer and have showcase more of his game. It was just too quick. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I know you can't complain. He won and he didn't even take a strike and he's ready to go again.
Yeah, it was a perfect, tactically choosing a fight. It's a perfect fight. He's like a fan favorite. Yeah. You know what I mean? Is still ranked, but he's, compared to McGregor, when you compare them against each other, I thought that McGregor were always going to win that fight. So
there's been people talking online about almost being a fix and being do you know what I mean?
Bullshit. You know what I mean? Cerrone, he's just got a lot of miles on clock, and it was one of them things. McGregor comes out super sharp. Cerrone came out pretty slow, and he just got caught and just never recovered. You know, it's that recovery, but. We did touch on it with the, talking about the flow state and stuff. And if you didn't catch the podcast last week, what we did on Saturday with John and Dean, it was, amazing. We could have spoke for hours, about that, the kind of mental side of it, which McGregor's a master at.
Yeah.
And we spoke about the the lack of like disrespect that that you usually see from McGregor. We didn't see that, and I think it was you who were saying it plays perfectly into that, because he wants Cerrone to come out kind of touching gloves and just not too fucking hyped up.
Yeah.
Because if he goes, if he really fucking disrespects Cerrone and gets him super hyped, Cerrone's going to come out super fast and aggressive. But that's McGregor's time to catch him.
There were kind of two ways that I thought about it when we spoke about it on Saturday at the podcast. I said, I watched the interviews, I've watched all the build up to it, and I felt like Cowboy, because he kept repeating the same sort of statement, it were almost like it looked like he was psyching himself out. Like, none of us know, only he will know. But when he kept repeating himself about, we're going to blow the roof off this bitch, it almost seemed like he was trying to convince himself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And then when he came out, he obviously had his game face on, but maybe the moment overwhelmed him. Like, he's very experienced, but he's openly admitted that he gets really like scared before big events, and this is the biggest. He were on the biggest stage, shining under the brightest lights, and maybe that's the reason that he just might have just, because all it takes is that split second for him not to react, or just to be like, fucking hell, I have got Conor McGregor in front of me. Next thing he's like fucking shoulder striking me in the face and kicking me in the head.
Yeah,
potentially, like, it could have been
it definitely was not a fake fight.
No. I'm not saying that. I just think I think the actual the fanfare that comes with it might have overwhelmed.
Oh yeah,
him.
there's more to it than just training and fighting, and there's all that other stuff as well. And
I might be full of shit as well. So if anybody got any other ideas, comment and drop us a message. But I'm just.
But yeah, people saying, "Oh, it's fake." You just fucking, like Cerrone went out there and said, MMA, it's one of the hardest sports in the world. You're in there on your own and that, and you've just got to deal with what's in front of you, and all the other fucking problems are sat on your shoulders and stuff. So he went in there and. People saying, "Oh, it's a fucking shit performance," whatever. He went in there and they fucking put a spectacle on. We all watched, and that's what it's about. And it was McGregor's time to shine. Yeah, but
and it did. Yeah. I mean, I can. So everyone said it's fake, and that I couldn't believe how sort of perfect. Like, when you watch it, it was textbook. Like, it couldn't have been a more perfect PR position for him, especially with Cerrone's grandma coming and hugging him. Do you know what I mean? Like, funny. It was just too. It was too perfect. Yeah, which I
wonder
understand.
if they like if they said, "Oh, you go in there," or she wanted to get in the cage, because obviously when you fucking he punched that guy in a pub or whatever, that old guy and stuff. So it's kind of like this. He's getting back in there with the fucking OAPs, isn't he? You know what I mean? He wants to get them. He wants to get them back on side.
Honestly, man, like, it's just too. I think it's convenient.
Cerrone didn't land a strike.
He didn't.
Didn't land one.
Yeah, didn't think he would. Didn't think he did. It just all seemed a bit too. Just a little bit too. I'm not really one for sort of conspiracy theories, and I know there's many people out there that are, but I just think it just did look too perfect.
Yeah.
The only conspiracy theory is Cowboys. What has he lost? It's his last 3 now, but he were on a 2-fight losing streak. Not taking out away from Cowboy, he's great, but he's on back end at career. Do you know the hard fight had been Gaethje.
Yeah, that's it. And I think that's
whoa, MMA maths. I put it on Facebook the other day. Conor beat Dustin and I can't remember. Let me get it up on my phone.
Eddie Alvarez.
He knocked them both out, and then I need to get it up.
They've both stoved in Gaethje.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. That's the MMA maths.
But yeah,
so Conor wins.
There were definitely tougher fights for him to come back to, but that, like, tactically, that's the fucking, they did the right thing. They picked the right opponent to get the win, and then
totally.
If they fight Gaethje next, I don't know if they do fucking boxing with Manny Pacquiao next.
Oh,
maybe.
God. So
going to the official pay-per-view numbers, the official numbers aren't out yet, but it's trending to be the second highest UFC pay-per-view.
There you go.
There's a reason for that, and it goes to Conor saying why he's earning so much money. So the big events now have the pay-per-view in UK and in Australia. So instead of them just picking up the pay-per-view points in the States like they did before, they've now got the UK and Australia. So that's why. Yeah, that's why it is.
Yeah. There you go. So made a fuck ton of money from that.
We're having some streaming issues here. Look, got red lights. We'll carry on. We're recording anyway, so we can always get it up out later. But made a fucking shit ton of money. Good for them. Why not?
Yeah.
We're back on.
Yeah, but it is running just terribly.
I bet it's painful to watch this. It'll be all like stuttery and shit. Did you see Masvidal and what's the other dude?
Usman.
Did you see them in crowd?
Yeah, I seen him there.
Bit of a beg, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of a beg, if you ask me. He stood there in his Versace robe. So I don't know if I like it. He's a bit of a real guy in it, and obviously he's now starting to play up a little bit too far. Like, he can get the fight if he wants to fight or not, but like that just to me it just seemed a bit too much. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's becoming a bit of a freak show, innit? But that's what people want to see. It draws everyone.
Hey,
in,
I mean, we like the thing. I didn't like Masvidal because the way that he's positioned himself as a real guy and all this, and he's there in the exact robe that McGregor were wearing before the Mayweather fight. I don't know, I just thought it was a bit weak, a little bit weak for me. Would you reckon?
Yeah, I think we need to get some WWE style entrances now just to fucking round it off.
Well, that's KSW, and you love that promotion.
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to say that. Yeah, that's his KSW, isn't it? Did you hear about McGregor talking? So he dedicated that fight to his mum. I don't really know what's going on there because he did.
Yeah, maybe his mum's ill. I don't know.
Because from the stuff that he said, and then he had an interview with Ariel Helwani afterwards in the changing room. It doesn't sound good. He said she's at home and she didn't make it out, and I don't know. I didn't know if I had gone out into the press.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but she must.
I haven't heard anything.
No. One to watch out for.
Yeah.
Bit interesting, isn't it? That? Because so much of his life is out there on social media, and then he's not said anything, and then just come out saying that his mum's not there for whatever reason. I just didn't know if it was a public out in the public forum.
Yeah, I heard the same, and then I just figured that his mum must be ill or whatever. So not sure on that.
Fair dues. Well, the post-fight press conference, Dana White's saying that the next fight to make is against Khabib. So like, there's no more warm-up fights, no more comeback bouts. It's straight to Khabib.
Yeah, I just don't see a way to win that fight.
So I threw my prediction out for I've been watching John Kavanagh and what have you. So I put my prediction out on Instagram. I think they're going to look to fight Gaethje on the same card as Tony and Khabib.
Right.
Which will be the most colossal card ever. If either of them fall out,
far off that.
Conor can be straight in there to replace him, which is what he said he wants to do. John says he wants him to fight Gaethje at 170, which I don't see happening if he's aiming for 155. Again, on the same card as them two. Then, as I say, if either of them drop out, he's ready to fill that straight after. Then after that, I think he'll be Nate.
You reckon?
Yeah.
See, obviously everyone's saying, "Oh, Khabib." They're completely overlooking Tony Ferguson winning against Khabib, which I think he will. I'm not a Khabib fan.
I'm not saying he will, but I personally think that he's got more of a chance than anybody who's fought him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that...
he can land strikes when he's laid on his face, can't he?
It's fucking crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. But yeah, I think that out of everybody, Ferguson, and I've said this for a long time, that's the fight I want to see, and I think that he's got the tools to beat Khabib. You know, he's got a better style than the other guys who fought him. So
totally, I
don't
want to see Conor versus Khabib again. I couldn't give two shits.
Yeah.
I want to see Khabib versus Tony. Like, I want that. Give me that.
Especially not now with Khabib and McGregor. I think it's too soon. You know, building maybe something later down the line. Maybe it kind of builds to that again. But right now, it's
that'd be amazing. Like that, I would then. I can start to buy into it. See McGregor have some more fights, do some, get some more rounds.
Yeah, when everybody, it's like if he beats Gaethje, he fights Nate again, he beats him, beats all these people. Maybe Khabib beats Ferguson, and then McGregor beats Ferguson, and then there's nobody left. There's just them two standing at the top of the pile.
That's what I want to see.
And then they fight. Yeah. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm not interested in
So yeah, that was basically my prediction that I put out other day.
There you go. There you go. He's just gonna fight everyone. And
Unfortunately, Danny don't follow you on Instagram, so I don't see it. Savage. I mean, so another problem is if hypothetically Khabib beats Ferguson, we then go straight into Ramadan.
Yeah.
So when does Ramadan start?
I'm not sure on the dates. It's like it finishes in what? So when's the Khabib Ferguson fight?
I feel like it's April.
Yeah, so I know it finishes in like the third week of May. So it would be the last week of April. It would start, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so
There you go. So
April
look at that,
23rd.
23rd of April to the 23rd of May. So
Yeah.
all right, look at that. I know when Ramadan starts.
So that's a month that you can assume that he's going to be taking it pretty steady, especially off the back of a fight, and then he's going to be...
Khabib don't fight or train through Ramadan. He's openly said that.
Okay. Yes, I was just speculating, but yeah, so he's going to be completely inactive. Then he's going to have to obviously start building.
April
back up.
23rd as well. I go to Orlando that day. We're actually going to do Ramadan at some point, but I'll probably do it when I get back. You know, I get back from Orlando on like
Have
the
we spoken about
8th
this
of
before?
May.
Because you've got Muslim fighters that you want to sort of just try and
Just see
what it's like.
Yeah. So I did it for like 3 days last time.
Yeah.
I just did like 3 days just to see, and obviously it's that, you know, you can't train while you're doing it, but yeah, I'm in Orlando for the first 2 weeks. But when I get back, I will. I'll do a week just to.
You'll probably need it after eating burgers in Orlando.
Shit. Hey, I've been fucking vegetarian for. This is day 10, I think.
How are you finding it?
All right, yeah, I feel all right.
It's piss, isn't it?
Yeah, so
He watched Game Changers the other week, didn't he? And then gone vegan.
that's it.
What was the reason for it?
Just for like inflammation. That's the thing. Like, you know, meat causes inflammation. It's just, it's just
Is that a fact, is it?
yeah, it's just a fact. So, game changers. Yeah. So, I just thought I'd just try taking meat out a little bit and just see how I feel. Cause
Pescatarian, you're doing fish still?
yeah,
okay.
I've still been eating fish. Sorry. So, I've just like. I usually eat chicken just constantly. I love steak and stuff like that. So I've just took it out and I feel pretty good. Like I've had backache for fucking, it's like 2 years now. My back's been fucked. Maybe longer.
Have you seen that meme where it says, I woke up 5 years ago tired and I've still not recovered?
That's
what you sound like
honestly,
when you're back.
My back is so fucked. And I've not been able to grapple proper for ages, but I think combination of, I got a new bed, new mattress.
New wife.
New mattress and I've took meat out and touch wood. My back's been pretty good for this last week.
Yeah,
I've had So what I'm going to do is start reintroducing meat. So but like quality meat. So I'm going to have a nice like fillet steak or something, and then see how I feel. See how.
Do you remember Rico's fight? So I did about 2.5 months pescatarian.
Yeah,
just for the same reason. I just wanted to because it's like when you're training, you go down to, like I used to go down to Butcher's in Morley and buy 5 kilos of the finest Polish battery hen chicken for like 15 quid, and I'd be eating chicken and rice every meal, and that cannot be good for you. Just like pumped through water and antibiotics. So like maybe I should cut this shit out. So I just went straight onto pescatarian, and then I've just started reintroducing meat.
And how do you feel? Do you feel pretty good?
I feel really good. Like I mean, so now I'll just buy like good cuts of. So we pay a fucking fortune for it now. Like. It's a lot more expensive, but we don't eat as much of it, so it balances out. But the amount of money I saved by not eating meat were fucking remarkable, to be honest. Like it's so expensive, and it's so much cheaper to go like meat free and pescatarian.
I had a nice Domino's last night. Just got.
How good's the vegetarian? Did you have vegetable?
The Veggie Supreme is fucking great.
It's so good, isn't it? Yeah. Like I learned that as well. I was like, I can't believe how good the Domino's veggie pizza is. It's fucking unbelievable.
Great. They're just expensive as fuck, aren't they? It's like 20 quid for a fucking
Alice always gets Veggie Supreme, but she has to have bacon on everything.
What? Veggie Supreme with bacon.
Yeah, it's great ordering that.
But yeah, no, I rate it. Like I said, I've now just reintroduced meat over the last sort of couple of months, and I'm excited. I'm competing this weekend. I went to my last competition like really injured on a fucking veggie diet, completely depleted myself, and I performed absolutely wank. So I'm not saying it's the be all and end all. Whereas this time, knee's better, been training well, really happy. We've got a bit of a strategy in place in my head what I want to do. I feel fit, and I don't know. I'm excited. I think it'll be all right this weekend. Win or lose, I think I'll be able to perform better. So
is that Saturday Empire?
Saturday, 25th. Yeah, 25th. Yeah, weighing at fucking 9 o'clock, and first bout's at 1 o'clock for me.
Yeah,
we've got a lot of kids in as well. There's a load from AVT down competing.
Yeah, it's quite. I think there's like 10 from the AVT Scunny as well. So there's quite a few from there. Yeah. So I'm down in London, BKB. Matty Hodgson's fighting, so I'll be down there with Rico, I think.
Oh, is Rico going down to Cornwall?
Yeah, I think we're gonna come. He's gonna come down with us and stuff. So
walking around with his belt over his shoulder, taking pictures of the fans. Can see it now. With class.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll head down there this weekend.
How do you see this fight going with Matty Hodgson then and Eric?
Yeah, again, it comes down to what we were talking about with these mind games and stuff. Like Eric's like, he's just this aggressive, talking a lot, just trying to get in Matty's head and stuff. So Matty's just got to keep his cool and stick to just boxing and not lose his fucking head.
He's pretty mental, like Eric. You that sent me, or Rico sent me one of his interviews, and he went absolutely mental on this interview,
Yeah.
like screaming about like we're not fucking mates, and I, like he looked like a fucking psychopath. I don't want to fight him. Like I pass on that one, but
yeah, it should be interesting anyway. So yeah, down there, that's the first fight of the obviously January. There's never usually fights in January, but BKB do a good job of selling out the O2.
They're sold out, yeah.
I don't know if they sold this one out, but they're pulling a big crowd. I think whatever month they put an event on in. So January is always tough for events.
Yeah,
when you're putting events on. But yeah, that's the first one of the year, and then the next one is Rico Feb 29th in Bristol. So yeah, that's kicks us off for the year, and then it's going to be a fucking busy year.
Especially when you get your comeback as well.
Be crazy.
When you have your
Talking about that. Did anyone see? Did you see what I posted on Facebook about the show in Poland?
Yes.
Did you see that?
No.
Did you not see that? It's called Votory.
So
So it's like
the Valetudo one.
Yeah, so it's basically there was the Valetudo event in Poland. I knew nothing about this. Like I'd not seen any adverts for it or anything. And then there's a Polish heavyweight who lives up in like in Newcastle North East way called Lukasz. He actually fought on it. He just put a post. I'm here fighting on this show. Valetudo. It's headbutts. No time limit, and I was like, fuck. And he posted this picture, and it's just like a circle.
I did see that.
Yeah. It's like looks like Bloodsport. It's basically Bloodsport.
Epic.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck.
Did you watch
This is
it?
fucking crazy. So I've only seen little
Put
clips.
his name down.
I've only seen little clips of the event, but I'm like, fucking hell, that's crazy. So they did an 8-man tournament for like 50,000 zloty, which is about $13,000, so about 10 grand.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did an 8-man tournament for that, and then the guy who I know, Lucas, he fought. He just did like a one-off, like a super fight. They called it. It's just like a one-time fight, which he won. So yeah, pretty good. They had a mad rule though that if you got like pushed off the platform, 'cause it's like a bit like if anyone's seen Sanshao, like the Chinese kickboxing, they fight on like a platform, like Kung Lee used to do it. And if you get pushed off, I think you lose. And that actually happened quite a lot apparently. People getting like thrown out of the arena, and then that were it. The fight was over. So, but they released a statement yesterday, which was in Polish. So I just translated it, and basically saying, they're going to get rid of that and change it and make it better for the fans and stuff. And I think they're going to do 20 grand instead of 10 grand for the tournament winner, so 100,000 zlotys, and make all these changes. So I just commented on it in Polish. Just put bardzo dobrze, which means very good. And then people started liking it like shit. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I think the next show is going to be in, they said, late May or June. I get back from Orlando May the 8th. So there's a possibility there that I could fight in a Valetudo tournament in Poland.
I just, in my head, can't understand why the fuck you'd want to fight in a I just cannot get my head around why you'd want to do
It'd
that.
be funny, wouldn't it? Listen, you got to die somehow. So I can't just be fully... Like, this retirement thing, I'm just sat on my ass. I'm just fucking... I've got no motivation. It's like worse. I'd rather fight and risk... Death than just sit on my ass.
I get it. I mean,
fucking
could we not pick a
die slowly?
a different avenue, like not valid, like?
I'm gonna do a triathlon first.
All right, okay. Start small then, yeah.
Yeah, I do a triathlon in April. Well, it's a mini triathlon. I'm gonna do that in April, me and Rico, and then that'll get me fit. And then yeah, go to. I'm off to Disney World in end of April. Get fat, come back, get fit again.
Don't you feel better now though?
I mean, Valetudo fight in Poland. Why not?
You just said then about obviously you'd rather just die quickly rather than slowly. But you are you've already sort of made a comeback. You've had a couple of fights last year. You're back active. You are moving.
Yeah, I had those couple of boxing fights. Didn't really take any damage or anything.
Yeah.
But obviously, Vale Tudo, when you're getting headbutted and kicked in the face on the ground, there's a good chance you're going to get some damage. So
But what I'm trying to say is you must feel better than because when we first started this podcast, you were like out. You'd not done much in a while. So you had these comeback fights. So you are now back active.
yeah,
You must feel better about it.
Yeah, it's good just having them, just gives me something to do. I go to the gym, I run, I hit pads, it's good. Now my back's getting better. Now I'm going to be able to start grappling more.
Yeah.
It's just good, yeah. So
Chris from XS Card has put, how do you practice headbutts?
you just headbutt a bag really hard. Yeah. Or pad. You can actually practice on pads. You just hold a pad. I'm sure I seen them do this on Defence Lab, and you just headbutt, the pad.
But you're holding the pad.
So you can hold pads for yourself. That's a really good thing about it. I'll put an instructional out there. I ain't done a Defence Lab instructional for ages. Someone actually messaged me yesterday on Instagram like, "Why do you fucking hate Defence Lab so much?" I clicked on his profile and it was like, he's like, yeah, his like bio is like, I train in Defence Lab, and I'm like, fucking hell. I just put, listen, it's great for films and stuff, but it's not great for self defence. And the guy actually messaged like, yeah. To be fair, like, I do think that. So this is a guy who actually trains Defence Lab, and he was like, where he trains, he says, or apparently Defence Labs now, they have like a Thai boxing program, so you can go and actually just do Thai boxing. He's like, oh yeah, I do the Thai boxing program, it's really good. And I'm like, yeah, Thai boxing is good. And then he's like, and then the Defence Lab shapes and stuff, he said, yeah, I look at it and I think, oh no, that's shit. And I'm like, he actually trains there. So I'm like, yes.
What's his name? Give him a shout out. What's his Instagram handle?
I don't know. I'll leave him anonymous. I'll leave him anonymous.
Can't throw him under bus like that.
He'll be getting his membership fucking revoked.
He's paid his money. Did you see that video of the guy that was like defending fucking 10 people with knives on him? You see that?
Oh, that just absorbed the knives and it just spun round.
Yeah, his Twitter handles, his Insta handles actually got the letters KFM in it. So KFM is Casey Fighting Method, which is the old name for Defence Lab. That's what it was originally called.
Right.
And then it changed to Defence Lab. So there you go. That's all you get. But
excited. How many more people? Do you get many more people messaging you about that? Any more haters? Have you not any haters in your?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't put like I had a few people message, who'd like there was self-defense coaches, yeah, and they maybe been associated with Defence Lab and they broke away and they were like, oh yeah, it's fucking. One guy sent me a video of like a Defence Lab video when they were like with a razor, like he's got like a cutthroat razor and he's like, oh yeah, this is how you use a cutthroat razor, you like do this and this is how you conceal it and that, and he's like, that's like what they're teaching people. He's like, I can't fucking, he's like, I teach self-defense, like I can't fucking promote that. Which is right, you can't be fucking doing that shit.
Well, you saw the one where they were doing the guard break. The guard break, and the easiest way to do it is find something sharp and stab them.
Yeah.
That's not self-defense. Yeah. That's carrying around weapons.
The rear naked choke one where he's like, yeah,
get your fucking blade out your boxer shorts and stab him.
He's like, yeah, we've been working on this for years and we've figured out that there's no actual way. If a rear naked choke's fully locked on, there's actually no way to get out. You need to have a knife. And it's like, fuck, we've just undone. You just undone all this self-defense. It's like anti-knife. Don't carry knives. You just undone all those years. And it's just like you've come to the conclusion that to defend yourself, you just need to carry a knife. It's fucking ridiculous.
The statement, we've been working on this for years. It doesn't take a fucking years to figure this out, does it? Like,
yeah, we've been working on this fucking defense for years, and we've figured out you just need a knife. It's like shit.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I've been working on knife defense for years, and what I've come to find is you just need a gun. you just have a gun, it's just fucking great.
Ah, there we go.
That's the ultimate knife defense. So
You heard it here first.
get your guns, people. Get your guns. They're illegal in the UK, but we've all got a contact. Just inbox me.
Meanwhile, in America,
Yeah, move to America.
We've all got a contact. Well, while we're on we were on the subject of health, and have you seen the new documentary that's just come out on Netflix about Aaron Hernandez from the New England Patriots?
No.
So he's
I know of it. I haven't watched it through yet.
So,
yeah.
Long story long, it's basically about a really successful American football player that basically killed a bunch of people whilst he was playing. Killed like 2 people in a shooting, then killed another guy, shot his mate in the face, but he survived, and then shot another guy and killed him. And he basically got sent to prison. And it was like apparently like a bit of a hero of an American football player, but it turns out it all stems from CTE.
Ah, yeah.
So they basically donate. So there's been a bunch of suicides in American football, and
they donated the bodies, and when they cut the brains open, they had the CT and stuff.
And so they did it with him, and he was only young. I think he was my age back when he killed himself.
Spoiler alerts in there, Josh.
Oh yeah, spoiler alert! I've just ruined it all for you. Anyway, it's worth a good watch. Fuck it, I'm in now, balls deep. When he killed himself, they donated his brain, and it like the damage was the worst they've ever seen.
Yeah.
So obviously like the psychosis and things that come with CTE has led him down this path.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have a Vale-Tudo fight and
self-defense.
And as you've seen from my toilet defense videos, I may own a firearm. No, it's not real, honest.
But again, so I think there's a massive difference between MMA fighters, boxers, and then American football players, because they get fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Like, how often, realistically, does an MMA fighter get concussion? If they fight 3 times a year, even if they got concussed 3 times a year,
but I think from MMA and boxing, it's in the gym. I've had more concussions from the gym than I have from fights. Obviously, the fights are tough and stuff, but yeah, I've had so many hard rounds in the gym where I've been concussed.
Yeah.
And then I've carried on training or whatever. I think that's, like you say, at elite level, you're fighting 2 or 3 times a year, and it doesn't seem that bad. But yeah, I think it's the gym wars that.
Has there been any studies on MMA fighters specifically?
I'm not 100%.
I'm just trying to.
The sport's basically not old enough. We just get into that stage.
Not enough people have died and they've dominated the brains. Whereas in American football, you had loads of guys like commit suicide.
Because you look
stuff.
at American football, and you've got same for rugby. You look at the velocity. So there's only so much power you can get in a punch. Obviously, there's a lot in a kick.
Yeah.
But even them, I bet they're not comparable to a fucking 18-stone giant of a man running full pelt into you. That'd be like a fucking.
And the thing is with that as well,
with helmets.
Yeah, it's like that, but then it's from like multiple angles as well. It's not just a guy in front of you who you're dodging his punches. You literally, one guy's hitting you from this side, you're getting hit from the other side at the same time. You're just getting crunched by at random angles that you can't even prepare for. So it's not just your brain as well. Like people's fucking knees and everything just getting shattered.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be the difference. Because I remember when I was growing up, I played rugby growing up, and I remember seeing the American footballers, and they've got all these pads on and helmets, and I thought, fucking hell, that seems a bit safe, doesn't it? It seems like they've gone a bit OTT there. It looks like it's probably going to make it worse, because obviously the helmets.
You can hit each other harder.
Yeah.
It's like in rugby, there's only so far you can go, and as well, there's no head-eye tackles and stuff like that. Whereas in American football, you're padded up and they're just launching into each other.
Yeah, crazy shit.
It's a mad documentary. You want to watch it?
I'll have to check that out, definitely.
I've just completely ruined it for everybody for storyline, but people might have read about it before. It's a documentary, so it's it were interesting.
Because if you watch the film Concussion, that's basically about the beginning of that story. Right,
okay.
Yeah, so the film Concussion talks about these American footballers who were committing suicide. I think one guy killed his wife.
Is that the Will Smith one?
Yeah. I'm sure one guy killed his wife or something and then committed suicide. And then when they looked at his brain, they could see he had this. It's a protein called tau. I don't know if it talks about it. This protein that builds up in the brain, which they can't see until after death, and that's kind of the markers for CTE and stuff. And So, but I've not looked at, like, obviously when all this stuff happened with me and I retired, I was well into this CTE stuff and looking into it, but I've just not looked at anything for ages, and I've just been
like I said,
trying to be healthy.
We might be wrong, but I can't see it in MMA being as bad as boxing.
Yeah,
and definitely
I think,
cannot be as bad.
I definitely think it's worse in boxing, and then I definitely think that American
football's another level. So I think this is the
MMA safe as houses.
Yeah, like just ask Terry Etam about that. Yeah, there's certain stuff that's different levels, and taking a head kick by Barbosa.
Oh yeah,
that'll cause you some trauma.
Like Kevin Lee's head kick on. What's his name?
Gregor Gillespie. I don't think he'll be the same again after
I think he's still knocked out. I don't think he's come back round yet. Have you seen the animations? That guy, it's called Mohammed.
I can't say his name.
Yeah. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Oh my god, like they are fucking hilarious. Like obviously, like Greg Gillespie's still like a ghost. He's like attached to Ben Askren's back because he's still dead from his from his knee. And then McGregor's now walking around with his shoulder up like this. Have you seen it?
He's got a big hand, a big shoulder, and a big foot.
My foot was a balloon. They said it was a left hand and a left shoulder. It's like it's so funny. Like that's the best thing to come out of it. Forget the fight. Like I want to see the animations.
I've not seen that. I need to check it out.
It's so funny. What else is on our list, Danny?
Let's have a look. Sean O'Malley's returning. 248. His suspension's finally up. I've put it down to the pulsing effect, same as John Jones.
Oh, yeah.
So if you remember,
magical pulsing effect.
Picogram.
Sean O'Malley got popped, and they confirmed it were a contaminated supplement.
Oh yeah.
And everyone were in agreement. I think there were 4 UFC fighters that all got popped taking the same supplement.
Like if that happens, like surely you can sue that supplement company. Like surely, because they're taking money out.
Did, didn't he?
They're taking your money out of your pocket. I don't know.
Yeah, Yoel Romero got like 20 odd million.
Shit.
He's on some fucking stuff. Him.
Apparently not.
He's on fucking broccoli.
He's on
kale. That's a lot of kale.
Yeah, he's a pescatarian as well. Yeah. Adesanya's fighting. Adesanya wants to fight him. Adesanya's like, I need for my legacy to beat that man.
I believe the book.
It's on his book. It's done. Yeah. It's like it's happening. The mad bastard. He's the scariest man you're going to see, innit? Don't you think? I think he's up there.
You've seen Ngannou?
Have you seen him naked?
He looks like a friendly giant.
Only that photo you sent me.
Yeah, I mean that'll be a good fight to see. What else has been announced recently?
Leon Edwards main event.
That's what I was just going to say.
Leon Edwards main event with Woodley at UFC London. That's March 21st. So, well, I said to Leon, well deserved, mate, because he does deserve it. He's got some big wins and stuff, and he's kind of gone under the radar, hasn't he, Leon?
He has, yeah.
So, he gets his main event slot against Woodley. So
big fight that. I'd be interested to see how Woodley comes out. He's been too busy making his fucking songs with Randy Couture and doing his rap career.
Was Khalifa and rest of it.
Yeah, I mean, it could be an interesting one. That.
I think Leon will beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leon's solid. He's solid. So, I think...
massive statement, that former champion, dominant champion as well.
Yeah, if that's it. Main event.
If he wins that, I think the fight for him after would be Masvidal.
Yeah. He's got some huge fights after that. So, main event in London... That's a big one for him. So
it'd be a good narrative as well if he does eventually get the fight against Masvidal. I'd have probably done it the other way around, to be honest. I'd have probably gone Masvidal then. Woodley, just for where do they sit in rankings? Because I'd have thought Woodley would be higher than Masvidal.
Not sure. They just make them UFC rankings up, don't they?
Yeah.
I think the UFC just think we need to make this fight. Let's just fucking switch these guys around.
I think I've heard Woodley talk about his fight against Usman, and he said it was almost like an out of body experience. Like he just didn't turn up, and he could see himself getting beat, and he's like, "Why the fuck am I getting beat?" It'll fuck with his head. That.
So Woodley's ranked number 1, Leon Edwards is ranked number 4, Masvidal's number 3.
Yeah, so it'd have been more. Well, fucking, I'm not a matchmaker, but I'd have liked to have seen that first, and then Woodley, seen beat Masvidal because of obviously the 3-piece and soda incident.
Well, I think they're aiming for Masvidal, Usman, for welterweight title.
Are they really? They do then.
As per Dana.
Sweet, but loads of good fights to be made.
I think this year is going to be a massive year for MMA.
And Connor's at 170 as well, so he can fight them all. There you go.
I saw, obviously, he's been talking about being the first guy to get KOs in 3 weight divisions.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's not.
No, he's the first one to get it in them 3 weight divisions, but I can't remember who it was. They were on about it other day. Someone's got one at like middle, heavy, and welterweight.
What, in the UFC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember it either.
Because I'm sure I seen some. What did I see the other day?
Rumble?
No.
Might be Rumble.
Yeah. Welterweight. Yeah.
Middleweight
We're not
and
Vitor.
heavyweight. And he's knocked people out at all of them, hasn't he?
I would assume he has.
Yeah, it was Vitor, you're right.
Vitor,
Yeah.
But have you seen the obviously when you put out a statement like that, the internet will come back at you with being tapped out at the very divisions, and there's a picture of some of his Cage Steel. No, not even Cage Warriors. I don't know. I think it might have been early Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
At 145, he got his first loss was a rear naked choke. So somebody's on his back. He's literally
Cage Rage.
Oh yeah, Cage Rage. So
Yeah.
he's like belly down, somebody on his back, rear naked choke. Then you go up a weight class, so that's 145. He got choked out. 155, he's got Nate on his back getting choked out. And then
Yeah. He's talking about Connor. Yeah.
Connor again. Then
No, the Nate one 170. The first one
that's
was
it.
145. He got car sliced. Then he got rear naked choked at 155, and then rear naked choked at 170.
Yeah, by Khabib and obviously by Nate Diaz, which I thought were really funny. So the internet has come back at him, as always. The internet will always win.
Yeah, there's some mad stats out there. You know, people fought in the most weight divisions and stuff. Some crazy. I can't remember. I think
BJ Penn did it first.
Yeah, multiple weight divisions. But even outside of the UFC, I think these guys were fought in like 6 weight divisions and shit.
That's
Crazy.
madness. Have you seen? We'll just start wrapping it up now. Who did you say TJ Dillashaw wanted to fight?
No, it's Uriah Faber's signed a new contract aiming to fight TJ Dillashaw on his return.
Oh, yeah?
So California Dad versus...
He's still got fucking 12 months left as TJ Dillashaw. Do you know what I mean? He's got 12 months left of his suspension.
Is it that long?
Yeah. And fucking he's knocking on his Uriah Faber, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
And he took a big old beating last time.
Yeah.
Dominic Cruz is coming back, so he's fit and healthy now. I saw him do an interview with Brendan Schaub. That'll be exciting to see him come back. Amazing analyst. You know, like he's really good on commentary. So yeah, that'll be a good one to see. Any dates?
I'm just looking through.
The old EPO King.
January 2021.
Yeah.
He's still got 12 months
so
left.
He's got a year. All because of his garage antics.
Do they still get tested when they're banned?
You would presume so.
Because imagine if it's like, right, you're banned for 2 years.
No,
they're just fucking juicing up for 2 years.
They're out of it completely, but they've got to have 6 months clean before they can fight. So I don't know if they'll start testing him 6 months before his ban's up.
Right.
Yeah, they must do. Otherwise, his
It's
ban would be
2.5.
up, and then you won't be able to fight for another 6 months.
Yeah.
So, cool.
And what else on your list?
No, we've pretty much covered it. Just going over Connor's next fights. Just Dana on about Khabib, Connor would be as big as Mayweather Connor, and off the back of the new extra pay-per-view points in Australia, UK, and obviously if you put Khabib in there, I'd imagine you have Russia as well. It might get up to them sort of numbers.
I think
he might just fuck it off and do another boxing fight.
Yeah, I think it's looking like that, innit?
Yeah.
It was like 50 quid to watch the Mayweather fight, wasn't it? Or was it 20, 50 or 20 quid? I can't remember. I feel like it's more
50
expensive.
quid?
It was
Fucking hell.
50 quid over here. In States, it started at like $90.
Yeah,
And then
shit.
if you wanted the HD one, I think it was like 104k, were like $110 or something.
For a fiver, you can get one that's filmed on a 3210 in corner.
Or next day on MMAcore.com. Anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty much it from me.
Yeah,
Perfect.
sweet. I've got class to teach in 15 minutes, so I'll see you at AVT for no gi at 11.
I'm going to be in that class.
Hey, we best hurry up. It's 12 minutes to.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.